back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Susanna and welcome to Susanna's Kitchen. We're making a delicious, easy one-pot dinner. This is my one-pot meatballs and rice, and I think you'll find that children really enjoy this dinner as well. So you can definitely add extra ingredients. You can put a little bit of spice in this if you want to. You can add just a few chili flakes. Tonight I'm going to be using some sun-dried tomato pesto, but you can definitely use sun-dried tomatoes in this if it's your preference. I'm using peas, but again, you can change it up. You could maybe add in some mushrooms, or you could go with some red pepper. Entirely up to you, but the basis of the recipe is there. It's super delicious. I really hope you enjoy it. Remember to hit the like button for me if you do, and subscribe if you're not already. So let's go with making this delicious, easy midweek meal. Okay, to start making this recipe, you're going to need to turn on your pot to sear and saute. I like to be on around level 4. I find that works quite nicely for this type of dish. I'm going to go in with some spray oil on the bottom. This is a really good family one-pot dish. We all love this one. Really simple and easy. You can add extras in, you can take things out. As I'm going along, I'll kind of give you some pointers to that. I'm using beef meatballs here. So with that, I'm going to add a little bit of onion. You can use as much onion as you like. I'm only using a small amount. So I'll be leaving a recipe card at the end of this with the ingredients list for you. So that will give you the full quantities if you're making this for 4 people. So really all I'm doing is browning these because these are going to go under pressure. I prefer my meatballs to have a nice sort of browned edge to them, and also just kind of cook off the raw onion a little bit as well. As you can see, we're starting to get a little bit of colour on these now. Now it's up to you what vegetables you use in this dish. You could use whatever you like. You could put in some mushrooms, you could put in some peppers. I'm keeping this family friendly for us, and my son likes peas. That's his favourite. So I'm going to add them in later on in the dish. But there's no reason, if you had some red pepper, you could put that in now, or you could chop up some mushrooms. Good. We've got some nice brown edges on the meat. So I'm happy where we are with this. I'm going to turn off the sear and saute. Now I'm going to be adding some sun-dried tomato pesto. I haven't got much left. There's around a tablespoon in there. So what I'm going to do is use some of my liquid. So I'm just going to use part of that to clean this out because we want to use all of that. If you don't have a sun-dried tomato pesto, but maybe you have some sun-dried tomatoes in your fridge, chop those up, put those in. That will be absolutely delicious. I've just needed to use this, so I opted for this. But I have used sun-dried tomatoes in this dish before. I want a tablespoon of tomato puree, about a teaspoon of dried oregano, add a little bit of parsley. Got 250 grams of basmati white rice. So let's stir that in to those flavours that we've got there. Lovely. Smells really nice. I'm going to add a tablespoon of Worcester sauce or Worcestershire sauce. In the remainder of the lick, that has got a beef stock cube in there. So let's add that over the rice. And then the last thing is 100 millilitres of tomato passata, which is basically just sieved tomatoes. Always looks like a lot of liquid when you're cooking a dish like this with rice, but believe me, that liquid is seriously going to disappear. Now I'm not going to add my peas in until the absolute end, and I'm also going to be putting some Parmesan cheese into this. I think that is everything that we need. My mouth is actually watering thinking about this dinner tonight. So switch over to this side here for your pressure cook options. Up above, you need to make sure your pressure vent, or your pressure valve is on seal, not vent. So you need it sealed to come to pressure. So I'm just switching that across there. We want a natural release and just 5 minutes, because remember, we've got that build up of pressure. That's going to cook some of this. Then we've got 5 minutes of cooking time, and then we've got that long natural release. Everything's going to be cooked beautifully. So don't worry that those meatballs are still raw. They're going to be cooked lovely. They're going to be lovely, soft and tender, and the rice will be really well cooked. Great, that is finished cooking. Let's add in our peas. They've been defrosting slightly on the side, but they won't take much. Just to finish off defrosting, I'm just going to stir it through like this. And then you can add your parmesan and let that melt through the rice. It's up to you how much you put in, really. And there it is. That is my one pot meatballs and rice, and it's got loads and loads of flavour in there. It's super delicious. Remember, you can add whatever veg you like to this. Can't wait for dinner. Let's go and eat it.